Ladies and gentlemen of humanity, uh, I want to highlight. I want to explore what we've done in 2019, and this turn of a new decade, new year, and a new decade, and what we're doing with this. So, uh, my universal health care is becoming a standard on this entire planet. It was formally adopted last year and is becoming a country standard as well as a planetary standard of everyone deserves to have health care. A fundamental basic right that you should be able to go choose your own doctor, to choose your own hospital, to choose your own life. And on that note, I also have pushed forward with another part of life agenda, which is stopping abortion. Abortion is murder, and it kills unborn children as well as children that are born in very early stages of life. Which is called partial birth abortion. Um, so, as part of my one life agenda, each person has one life, and it's very important that we protect life on this planet, as well as protecting our planet. Every person living on this planet has a value, and dignity and a great value. So we must recognize that and promote that. Uh, so my universal health care is making it possible for every person on this planet to actually have health care, no matter what standard of level of income, uh, your your education, and anything else that is involved in your entire lifespan. So that is something that is very not very good for this planet. I've taken on the issue of nuclear disarmament, pushed forward with in 2019 with bold new agenda and bold new plans. I've created peace agreements in North Korea, between North and South Korea, and the international community, where you see Moon Jae-in, president of South Korea, and also Kim Jong-un of North Korea, actually walk across the DMZ together for the first time ever. Has happened. Uh, I put that agreement together. I put together the Singapore agreement with Donald Trump and Kim Jong Un. I promoted peace on this planet where there was none. I put leadership together where there wasn't any. I put people face to face who were otherwise on opposite sides, even worse, military enemies and physical enemies combined, to create a new peace on this planet, to eliminate weapons of mass destruction. I'm I'm fully engaged with getting rid of all the weapons of mass destruction on this planet, and to not build new ones. To not use new technology, so to build hypersonic weapons, which are very bad. We don't need more weapons. We've got more than 17,000. I repeat, more than 17,000 weapons of mass destruction on this planet. That's on land-based alone, land and ship-based alone, mobile systems. And now we've got an emphasis on building a detrimental emphasis on building weapons in space. This is a very big problem. We need to stop doing that. There is a need for that the trillions, multitudes of trillions of dollars that are being put into defense spending for these type of weapons in virtually every country on this planet, and also conventional weapons there where the population, over 40 countries on this planet, in fact it's 62 countries on this planet, are facing great food shortages, and also faced with the process of mass starvation, mass hunger, and lacking in basic shelter and basic human needs. So you see, we need to change these things, and we need to actually work on our priorities. Our priorities have been mixed up for too many centuries, and now we need to actually emphasize doing the right thing. So what is doing the right thing? The right thing is actually putting our money into our financial resources into what actually is our needs, and stop spending it on things and putting our planet into financial debt. We are, as a planet, we are in a minus in some areas on this planet, and that's the reason is because we keep spending it on military weapons that are there to kill this entire planet. People do not understand. The reality is, we have the capacity at this point right now to 5 times entire destruction of this entire planet. That's mass Armageddon of this entire planet 5 times with the weapons that we have right now. And when we talk about hypersonic weapons, we're just going to a new level of what we're capable of doing. But it's killing us. It's killing everything on this planet is with the capabilities. That means all the human race. That means all the animals, every living thing, oceans, everything. We can't be doing this. It's just absolute lunacy to keep doing this. To investing in things that we'll never use, and we never should use. So we need to take elimination of weapons of mass destruction very serious. And in 2019, we did. We actually passed several things through the UN Legislature, my proposals, which eliminate weapons of mass destruction, which is a comprehensive test ban treaty to stop the testing of nuclear weapons on this planet and testing of biological and chemical weapons. This is a major step forward, actually, and the ratification. Multitudes of countries have already ratified CTBT, and more are in the process of actually doing it. But we just can't stop there. We've got to go. We've got to take on more with this issue, and actually more changes. We got to mass eliminate all these weapons, reduce them to junk, scrap metal, and use the scrap metal for something positive. I'm sure that everyone on this planet would understand there is plenty of things that you could use that scrap metal for, and spare parts, scrap parts. You could use that for to build something positive, and we could do that. My recycling, my planet recycling plan, Recycle Earth, is becoming a planetary standard. You see that everywhere. More and more emphasis of recycling everything on this planet, which is very, very necessary to reduce the volume of things that are thrown into landfills. We need to reduce the amount of landfills and recycle more things, and we are slowly winning on that. We are gaining on that, and we are actually accomplishing it. And I highlighted Global Energy Earth and Global Transportation Earth. in my global economy. Uh, but let me state about a little bit more about global my global plan for innovation. Um, I push forward with innovation, both personally and myself, because I'm an inventor and also a designer, engineer, and inventor myself. But to actually push public-private partnerships to invent and create new technology and new inventions is very important uh, in every sector of our economy. Our planetary economy is very necessary in order to be able to uh, in order to build a better planet. We need to be able to continue to think outside the box. Uh, and there are great outside of the box thinkers on this planet, and we need to get them involved and keep them engaged. In fact, keep all humanity engaged in the creative process. So these are sort of some of the other things that we need to be doing. And humanity together can pull the entire load of this planet. Uh, but we have to do it together and not one against each other, person against person. Uh, we have to join arms and march together to make things happen. Because if we don't, we're the ones who suffer, but also the rest of the living things on this planet suffer, and so does the planet itself. So these are things that must be taken seriously. We are a great humanity is a great invention capable being, and we are capable of doing great things, but we must push forward with doing even more than what we have accomplished already. Our future is really in our hands, and the future of this planet Earth is very much in our hands. So uh, we must take it seriously, the direction that we want to go in, and the direction of planet Earth for all the future of this planet. And that is really important.